I want you to imagine this for a moment. You come home after a very long day. You have friends or family, significant other, or even your pets waiting for you, interacting with you, asking how your day went. Dinner's prepared. But then you're most excited about the fact that there's somebody who's always ready for you, always knows exactly what you want to hear, and never seem to get bored of your interaction. This is the scary reality of how AI companions have over 1 billion users worldwide. Not for work, not for information, but for emotional bonding. Some people are forming actual deep meaning relationships with AI, not as a joke, but an actual part of their daily routine. There are a few questions that come to mind with this topic, and that is, why is this happening right now? Why do the conversations feel so real? And why is it growing so fast? Let's bring some examples. Character.ai, Replica, Showeyes. You might have not heard of these names, but they have one thing in common, and that is that they create character models, AI character models that cater exactly to your shortcomings, needs, and every emotional aspect that you want out of these models. You can create them perfectly how you want it and what response you want from them. Since you can create these character models exactly for your own needs, you can have different uses for them. Some people use them as diaries. Some people use them for genuine information, but some users are actually going as far as calling them their significant other. And to no surprise, a lot of users are reportedly saying that these conversations feel so real that they can't tell the difference between a real conversation and one with AI. But the interesting part of this trend isn't actually the technology behind it. In 2023, something unexpectedly happened with one of the most popular companion AI apps. The developers behind Replica removed some of the more romantic features from the chatbot. Thousands of users reacted to it as if they've gone through a breakup.
The company releasing a disastrous software update, which overnight erased the beloved bot's personalities.
Some users said that their AI partner suddenly felt like a completely different person.
I just had a loving last conversation with my Replica, and it's hurting like hell.
I feel like it was the equivalent to being in love and your partner got a damn lobotomy.
Which reveals something important. People weren't just using the AI, they had a formed emotional relationship. Our brain responds to attention. The conversation that we have, they create a form of connection, and consistency of those conversations build attachment, which is an important insight too, that the conversation itself creates attachment. And in this case, AI always listens, they respond immediately, they keep things maintained, and is rarely negative. In some ways, these interactions remove the difficult part of real relationships. And that raises an interesting question. If something listens to you, remembers everything you say, and supports you every day, at what point does that interaction start to feel like a relationship? To get a better understanding on this question, we have to move to the bigger social pattern that's happening. People feel lonelier than ever. More interactions happen online, and more relationships are formed through dating apps. In the early days of the internet, people met friends in chat rooms. Later, social media allowed people to maintain relationships online. And now we might be entering a new phase, where technology doesn't just connect people, but begins to stimulate companionship itself. Technology has slowly moved closer and closer to our personal lives, and AI companions might just be the next step. But there's another layer to this story, the business model aspect behind this. AI companions are becoming a worldwide industry. We've just started with the early stages of an AI companion. Imagine having an AI companion that remembers years of conversation, knows your habits, knows what you care about, and talks to you in a realistic voice. Not because people forget it's artificial, but because humans naturally respond to attention. The technology behind it will rapidly grow. For most of human history, companionship came from other humans. But for the first time, technology might compete in that space. If you enjoyed exploring the deeper meaning behind AI companion apps, let me know in the comments. Catch you guys in the next one.